Hopefully I got this thing going. Check, check, test, test, etc., etc. Hi Heather, can you hear me okay? Awesome. Let's give it a try. Let's go to work. I got this set up the right way. It's in the shorts feed too. Enjoy your lunch, man. I ain't doing nothing but puttering around, doing a little carving. What's up, Murph? Now continuing on that other one, man. I mean, I could start a new one if that's what y'all want to do. to see the short feed, baby.
With Ultra Mobile, home is never too far away. Whether you want to connect to loved ones here or abroad,
Damn, dude. Hold on a minute. Pop that chat out. That helps. Hey, Heidi. Hey, TD Knives, what's up? Alright, what do you guys think? Should I keep going on this one or should I give it up and start a new one? Because this 2025, I could go either way. Dan, hope you guys are doing good. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's start a new one. Why not? 2 seconds. Alright. Let's give us a pencil. Figure out what we're going to do on this one. I see. never tried this. What's the worst that could happen? Lukey, what's up, man? It's a bit too big. Find me an eraser. It's a little off because I'm drawing with my left hand. But I bet I can make it work. Oh, how's that look? Maybe, maybe not. Now that I look at it on camera, I hate it. Let's do something different. Okay. Change plans. Hold on. I just hate that. Let me say caballo. That'll be good. I have no idea. I'll know in just a minute. Ish. Something like that. Now, long as been since I've tried to draw a horse, holy hell. He ain't got no butt. There he does look better. A little bit afro. Right? Bunk rock. Well, that looks like a semblance of a horse, maybe. Screw it, let's run with it. We're never gonna learn until we figure it out, right? I never really tried this either. I don't know how well it's gonna work. I guess we'll find out in a hot minute. Same here, Dan. Most days I can't. Some days I try. With varied results. Some of this outline. For those of you that are not inclined to carving, I want you to know, neither am I. I am literally learning this as I go. So the only thing stopping any of us from trying it is us. I may end up a fantastic failure doing this. Good chance. Good chance I am. I'm dang sure gonna try. And if I fail, I fail. How's that? Better? I seem to enjoy doing it, Dan. Whether or not I'm good at it is a different story. To walk you through my thought process, I know that there's some contours I'm going to have to establish, so I might as well just start there. Kind of the safe bet. I know the outline is going to have to be completed. Need a little tiny carving mount. I don't know. It's pretty soft stuff. And that leg is going to be there. I know that much. But Robert, are you saying that I need it for the ASMR effect? Patricia, welcome in. It's the little taps, is it? Just for you, Robert. Here you go. Is that doing the trick? guys. Welcome in. Mike, good to see you. Mr. Langman, greetings from Virginia. Right back at you from Texas. Rico, good to see you. Hey, Whittler, how you doing, man? Gotta know what to do. 2 seconds, guys. Looks very consistent. You're right, because I'm actually carving a piece of medium density fiberboard. Which, as I have it on authority from our good friends at the AI, carves excellently, because it is so consistent. Namely, how you doing, man? that do it? Are we better now? Outstanding. Hold on a minute. Well, that's always fun. Let's see if that's any better. Now, put that about right there and about like that. Maybe now we got a good mix. See, you guys, I'm learning this OBS stuff. Maybe we're getting somewhere. Or maybe we're not. Maybe it's all just a wreck. That's kind of the theme of Today Live. You try out new things. Sometimes it turns out pretty decent, sometimes it's an absolute crap show. There's no way to know which way it's going to go just yet. Until you actually try. Now I think the tricky part with relief carving is that less is more, because you're working with a relatively flat surface. But at the same time, you want to show the depth of what you're carving. We good? No? Yes? No? How are we doing? Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. I have no idea how well this is going to turn out, or if it's going to turn out at all. But we all will sit here and figure it out in the end. See if we come up with something that seems passable. I did that, but the road to hell in good intentions, right? Let's see what happens. think my final depth will be. I think at the end of the day, I don't have a damn clue just yet. But this is letting me establish where everything's going to be. Because everything that's stacked on top of something else, I'm giving it a relief right next to it. So at least we have the beginnings of the texture, and then we scale back down after that. So how far down we gotta go. I think that Deland from Deland's Woodworking said it best. When in doubt, go deeper. Which I guess is a good rule of thumb for lots of things, not just wood carving. Did I say that out loud? This roughly can scale back to the same depth. Get us a bigger gouge. Bringing that back. To take a shot in the dark, Mike, I would have to say if I can't accomplish it by a depth of 1/4 inch or 3/8, then I might hang it up. Say I boogered it up too bad. I know there's only a few of you watching, but if you'll hit the like button, I'd sure appreciate it. I don't want to be the kind of person to tell you subscribe until I've earned it. But I can tell you what my channel's about, and then you can make a decision if you want to. This is very indicative of what I normally do. The whole idea is making do with what you have, learning new things all the time, and then being able to apply those not only in an artistic sense like I'm doing here. I don't think I did. Did I change camera perspectives? Well, I changed the shorts feed. That's kind of crazy. I don't know how that ended up happening. I guess that's kind of positive. I didn't even touch anything. I don't know how I did that. I guess so. But the idea is the more skill sets you put under your belt, the less you rely on somebody else to give you what you want and need. Then you can start battling things in your life like planned obsolescence. Corporate bushwhackers figuring out a way to hijack your bank account. Because if I made it, then you can't charge me for it. And if you are of the persuasion to have this frame of mind, I'll tell you one thing that's true. If I made it, you can't put a tariff on it. Or tax me for buying it. The problem with having such a broad focus with my channel is that I have a broad focus with my channel. So a lot of times the algorithm doesn't know what the hell to do with me. As you can see right now, I got 6 people watching. Mostly because it can't figure out who the hell wants to see it. With good reason. It makes sense. Thank you for that, Mike. I like to think I got a pretty singular focus. What I've been doing since I've started is trying to cultivate a group of people that can appreciate that. Community is going to get me where I need to go. Hardest thing for me is to price what I make. I did a video about that, but I can go over it again, Trish. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to just call you Trish. I'm sure you probably would prefer Patricia. The thing to remember is we're all our own biggest enemy. Meaning, I could finish something to the best of my ability. And a lot of people will look at it and say, oh, that didn't come out bad. That's not bad at all. But all I see are the 1,000 different ways I screwed it up. Oh, that grain doesn't match just right. That joint didn't come together as tight as I wanted it to. All kinds of things like that. And it's because of that we end up kicking ourselves. And then we end up downgrading our price because we're not selling the piece, we're selling the flaws mentally, if that makes sense. And because of that, we almost always underprice if you ask others. Why the heck did you charge that much for that? I could have sold that for 3 times as much. Well, yeah, you probably could have if you weren't the one that made it. But again, when you're the one that built it, all you see is the flaws. And you price accordingly. So what helped me in the beginning was literally to find somebody I trusted and ask their advice for what I should price things. And then I did the hardest part of it all, which was to trust them. I'd build something in my mind, it's all of $45, $50. And then they'd come to me and they'd say, that's every bit of $300. And in the beginning I was like, bullshit, whatever. $300, get out of here, bro. And then I'd price it at $300 and somebody would buy it. See, I told you. Okay. I love being in Texas. get some detail on the hair, which is good. Going for a win here. When you're starting something new and you don't feel like things are going entirely 100%, a tip I can give you is go look for the win. Go find that thing. Meander about what you're doing until you can find that thing that you can call a win. And that'll put some more wind in your sails. Make things not so pessimistic about your outlook of what's going on. Now, something I need to take in consideration now that I think about it is that this hair texture came out pretty good, but I'm going to have to go deeper with it because it's behind the neck. So, and the neck is going to have to be contoured, so I'm going to have to go much deeper with this guy. But that wind makes me feel a lot more confident in knowing that once I do get down to that depth, I'm going to be able to recreate what I just created, that hair texture that I had. So now I can tackle and go in there a little deeper with some confidence. Yes, sir, Dan. It is the hell that we all put ourselves in. And you know, I think that's where cutting with this MDF has turned out to be kind of a blessing. I don't have to fight the loose fibers and the wood grain at the same time. Everything is kind of playing nice as far as the grain goes. In a second, I'm going to take a quick water break. Come get a drink. I'll bring it right back. Originally, I was kind of skittish and I was just laying the outline out. But like I said, this mane has really put the wind in my sails. Yeah, very true. wish I had some balsa wood laying around here. But this seems to be doing the trick. At least for putting around and learning what I gotta learn. Which is to get some more of that fine detail into things. Now I think we can make us a stop cut. Right along the outer crook of his neck. His, her, I don't know if it's a mare or obviously I didn't specify. Now when we come down into it, push them with an angle so I can try to continue the grain of the hair right up to the edge of his neck. I guess it's a stallion because I keep calling it he. Triple J, good to see you, friend. I do not know its pronouns right now. As you can tell, I didn't particularly specify. Not just yet. But I guess we'll see what happens. I'm going to try to V-carve. Just a little bit of a partition between where his neck will be where his mane is. Got some kind of differentiation between the two. Mike, Triple J, good to see you, friend. All right. I'm starting to feel kind of good now. We got a clear definition between where his neck is and where the hair's at. So now I can use some of my gouge tools. Carry right up to that line. Create the transition that we want. Sounds like a plan. Good to see you, man. What I might do with this, if it turns out well enough, is I might do a reverse auction to help benefit the angel tree. Here's what I mean by reverse auction. If I get this thing to turn out where it's actually decent, then I'll set the price tag somewhere, you know, I don't know, $100, $150, something like that. But then, after I start and I announce the auction and I set the price, every new member that I get, I'll drop the price by $5. until eventually it ends up at 0. What do you guys think of that? You think that'll be fun? I think that'll be pretty fun. Mr. Langland, I believe that you are a bit of the odd man out right now, in that most everybody else in here is part of that community that I was talking about, that I've been working to cultivate. If you're so inclined, I'm sure everybody would join in telling you that if you are of like mind, we'd love to have you. And tell your friends, friend. Again, if they are of like mind. Plywood, good to see you, friend. How'd the roof go? That might have been a little bit of a mistake, but I can fix it. What I tried to do was invert the bowl, or invert the curved gouge, to see if I could create a convex profile there for his neck. Didn't seem to go hot. I left myself a little scratch right here, but I bet I can fix that. What I did was switch to a flat blade here. I think I want a better flat blade. I don't like how that one's working. What I'm trying to do is make myself some stray hairs out here. Hopefully everybody had a nice leisurely Monday and it wasn't too crazy. Everybody hanging out, I'm glad you're here. Appreciate you coming in. And putting up with me. Trying to teach myself something new. Thank you, Patricia. I'm certainly trying. think I'm gonna try to tear after another. Yeah, let me see if I can't get you guys in even closer. Sorry, one of the kids took off on the scooters, ran through the alley and triggered all the dogs. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go for another win here. Something that makes me a little nervous, and that's this eyeball. I think I'm gonna have to try to tackle it next, just to see how well it goes. Oof. That gets skeevy with as small as that is. Don't tell Delanne I think I'm gonna cheat. Don't y'all tell nobody. Mike, I'm glad you're getting along with everybody and you're starting to get to know folks, man. And we are an absolutely wonderful group, man. These people are my surrogate friends and family. I don't even call them surrogates. They are my friends and family. They are good people. You ran into the right batch of folks, in my opinion. I keep going back to this Lloyd blade because this thing is just so stinking sharp. Funny story, I nabbed it right into my wrist. Didn't even feel it. Mr. Stanford? Oh, you're over here from Lions. Cool, man. Glad you popped in to see us, man. I love Lions. He's been a compadre of mine from the UK for a while now, several months. And was among the first of many wonderful UK friends I was able to make lately. Mr. Stanford, how you doing, buddy? Okay, so we made it this far. Now that I look at it, I think I made his head a little anemic, or his neck, which is fine because I had to contour back for his head anyway. That's Give him a little more meat on that sucker. What do you think? Yeah, most of it is just shadows, yeah. I have the light coming in from my left, camera right. Which is okay, it's giving me good contrast so I can see what's going on. So we're going to give him a little more meat now. When in doubt, carve deeper. Now the majority of this, if you can't tell, I've just tried to trace around the body to try to stay away from the actual contouring of it just yet, because I want to scale it back to do the tail. Patricia, I have no idea. I'm going to keep on going and see what happens. If serendipity's got a hold of me, I may keep going. If not, I will most definitely keep pushing until I get her done. Right now, I find myself a slave to the muse. Oh, buddy. Mike, let me tell you. Go watch some of my other videos. Got some of the most obnoxious power tools going ever. What I learned the hard way was that it mostly had to do with equipment. I got a really decent set of microphones. Hold on a second. These guys here. I'll try to see if I can find a link that I can put in the description for you. I got them off the Amazon. And I'll drop it in there after the fact. But as soon as I kick a power tool on, man, that sucker just kills everything. It's actually really nice. Okay, Patricia. Enjoy your dinner. Is it just my phone, or is that thing popping ads left and right? The hell is that? Well, I suppose if YouTube's making its money. It's got to figure out how to make money off me somehow, right? Hopefully it's not too bothersome for you guys. I don't see any ads. Okay. I think some people, either they have premium or they got ad blockers or something like that. That might take care of most of it. Hey, that's giving me a little different texture. I like that. Thank you for tolerating it, Dan. I know there's probably 50 other people on live right now you could be farting with except me. Okay. Starting to feel a little better about things. What about y'all? I think the key now is I'm going to try to avoid that stinking head. Let me cheat some more. Well, if I'm gonna cheat, let me cheat the right way. What's planned for the background? I don't know. I figured I would cross that bridge once I get the horse there. Well, that's gonna work wonders. Hold on. looking really nice. All right. So make sure y'all see what I'm doing. Yeah, I think I need something to blow the dust away, but man, technology! That's doing something. And that means that the rock will go in front of his leg, and behind that leg, That is, man. That's working amazing. Doing all right, man. How are you, buddy? All right. Not really. It's not too bad. But you're all right. We might give it a break for a minute. Technology is doing cool things. Wipe the dust off the chat so I can read what the hell it says. Take a little bit of a beverage break. How's everybody feeling out there? We doing good? I still got 5 people. I ain't run nobody off yet. Well, I ran a few people off, but we ain't talking about that. We're talking about the 5 beautiful reasons I have to keep going. Let's run a combination of the knife and the rotary tool. Doing good, making food. What's for dinner, Mike? See, I'm in a juxtaposition right now because I guarantee I ran some of the hand tool purist off when I turned on the Dremel. And then when I turned off the Dremel, I ran off some of the Dremel people. Rotisserie pork loin. Hell, I'll take it. I'd be willing to bet everybody in the chat would agree if we go to bed with a belly full of rotisserie pork loin. That's the worst thing that happens to me today. I bet I'll be alright. I will try to find a way to make it through. My wife's making burritos. Hot damn, I'm going to Dan's house. Sorry, man. I mean, rotisserie pork loin is there, but I'm Mexican. I gotta go where the burritos are at. Unless you got tortillas, then it's a toss-up. Dan, if he'll let me roll up pork loin and a tortilla, we might have something in the running. The neighbor's dog says hi, by the way. You ain't kidding. Some of the best food I ever ate is stuff something else made. Not because I can't cook, but because I didn't have to. I'll take that meal all day. I don't give a damn if it's hot dogs and macaroni and cheese. Let's go. I can see why AI said that MDF is not the worst material to be carving with. This stuff is like butter. I mean, literally, it's just cardboard, so. Try to keep it in frame. Am I there? Am I in frame now? That's true. Mike, just so you got a bit of a heads up, this is not normally what I do on this channel. Carving is one of the things I like doing. Carving is one of the things people enjoy watching. And I don't mind that. But it is one of the skill sets I'm trying to teach myself. In the ongoing quest of being fully self-sufficient. Hi, June. How are you, dear? Good to see you. Yes, if it showed up on the thumbnail, I guess the cat's out of the bag. I was, in fact, using the Dremel a minute ago. Okay. Now, define his buttocks a little more, like so. And just like that, the horse said something jumped up and bit him. Ah, something jumped up and bit me. You got shot, horsey, with a carving knife in a buttocks. Pneumatic power carver, holy hell. Yeah, that little slicing cut right there is good. Let's give me a clean little bevel on that, the back of his tail. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep it in frame. I ain't doing worth the damn though. Dental drill for wood carving. Holy crap. Well, we're getting closer. Getting a little better. I think anyway. What do y'all think? Let me get this stinking thing where I can actually see what the heck is going on. Alright. There we go. Now I can actually see how I'm framing it. We're getting a little closer. We got a bit to go. But I think that's making progress. So let's get some more carving going here. I'm really figuring out real fast that that V-cut is my best friend. With this soft MDF, it's almost like you want to chip carve it. Keeps all the dust down. I'm taking out slices rather than greedy dust. Thanks, Mike. I'm trying. Hi, Flossie. How are you, dear heart? Good to see you. How's everything in Flossie's world? How's the other half? How's everybody doing? That is true. I'm glad you're here, dear. I'm just going to rip away at that. Come back and refine some of this in a bit. But this slant cut is doing wonders. Let's take another stab at the hair here. I don't know how the other game gets so many breaks either. My kids were off today and I didn't understand it. They didn't even know why. I don't know, they just didn't go to school today. What the hell sense does that make? They were like, we're not supposed to go to school today because it's TMPRAC Day. What the hell is even that? I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Everything is phenomenal in my world, Flossie. I am teaching myself carving a little more. How well it goes? Couldn't say. Oh God, I still got little ones. I started kind of late. Well, I take that back. I've got one that's 23. But then the other ones are 15 and 11. Something tells me, at least in a rudimentary fashion, I kind of cracked the code here. I figured out this whole chip carve technique works better on this stuff than I would have imagined originally. Oh, just carving on a horsey. Because why not? Maybe I can back it out just a touch. So you guys can see a little better. Since I've gone vertical now. How's that? A little better off? Hopefully that makes it a little easier to see what the hell I'm doing. Well, I'll break out the axe and start carving if somebody becomes a member. By the way, if you're considering that, membership is only $3 a month. And if what I do isn't worth 10 cents a day, I don't know what you want to take. For just 10 cents a day, you can give this little horsey food, clothing, and a chance to go to school. Cue the Sarah McLachlan music. Flossie, the angel tree has come along like gangbusters. We are right at the cusp, getting us $1,000 in the bank. so that we can go take care of the angel tree. We got a little bit more to do. I got an entertainment center that I'm building for one of the neighbors, sitting off the counter that way. Get that done. That should give us another couple hundred. We are definitely making good headway. I hadn't asked ChatGPT. I'm kind of scared to. But my goal is, whatever the hell it ends up being, if we can, we'll go find the Salvation Army angel tree. On behalf of my subscribers, we'll just pay for the whole damn tree. Be done with it. Help all them kids. We still got a bit of time. We got till first week of December. Before we got to start putting the pedal to the metal. Hey, Amy, good to see you. The sun is starting to set down, so the contrast is a little bit better, or a little bit worse. I don't know, you guys tell me, is it better or worse? Do I need to put the garage down? Can y'all still see, or is it overexposed and stupid looking? Looks awful bright on my end. Give me a minute. Let me put some door in this hole. That might help some. Make it a little easier to see what the hell's going on. Yes, everybody please. Welcome Mike. New to the channel. Decided to hang out. Cooking his pork tenderloin. Well, I fought around trying to carve. Yeah, that's my door. I guess that's another thing I should make clear, Mike. I'm most certainly not a rich man. That means I certainly practice what I preach. I make do with what I got. Sometimes my door's rattly, sometimes whatever the hell it is. I apologize. Oh, different Amy. Hi, Amy. Take me a bit of a break. I'll turn that around so y'all can look at it. There. See, now it's switched over horizontal again. What the hell happened there? Can't make up its damn mind what it wants to do. Am I going to be horizontal or vertical? Chase at New Beginnings, how you doing, man? I'm farting around with carving some wood. Some wood. But I don't even know if you call it wood. It's MDF. I'm cheating again. Amen. Y'all don't tell them damn Drupal carvers. If they find out I was using one, they're going to shit their pants. Oh my God! How come you didn't have it there? I definitely don't like using the Dremel. But in this case, it seems like it's what works. So I kind of ain't got much of a choice. What y'all think? We getting any closer? Hello, Miss Carrie. Another beautiful member and friend of the channel. That's the idea, Carrie. What do you think? Is it coming out worth the damn? I'm trying. Hell, don't jinx it just yet. I might screw it up. Time I'm done, damn thing end up looking uglier than the naked sin if I have my usual way about things. I'm so scared to touch that head just yet. Man, I guess I'll figure it out. I have no way around it. Eventually I'm going to have to tear it up. But for right now, I'm going to put it off and procrastinate by taking the background back some. I think that'd be victory number one, as long as I can get somebody to look at it and go, it's a horse. Even if they followed it up with, well, it's a shitty horse, but it's a horse. At least I made it far enough to get you to realize it's a damn horse. Damn, I love this Sloyd knife. This thing is so sharp. Yes, dog, I hear you. We're all aware you're here. Glad to see everybody hanging out, man. My favorite people in the world are here. And I hope all of you had a damn fine day. Carrie, you ready to laugh? It's a chunk of MDF. I know you didn't expect some hardwood or some kind of crazy schmancy stuff. I don't roll like that. We already know that. Yes, ma'am, it sure is. You know, and I looked it up. Well, I say I looked it up, but I asked AI, and there was like, yeah, there's a lot of carvers that use MDF all the time. It actually works really good. I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's get it. And it turns out in this instance, AI was right. Not looking so bad. All right, Amy. Have a good night. Enjoy your dinner. Yeah, Carrie, carve's about the same as like basswood, balsa. A little easier. It does kind of have the added benefit that you don't ain't got to worry about where the grain's going. Just kind of go wherever you gotta. Now, if I were a smarter man, I would have turned on the laser and had it burn a pretty picture on here and then carved that. But I didn't think that far. Yeah. I kind of put a rough pencil sketch so I could figure out where everything would be. The arms, legs, head. But I didn't get too detailed with it. It's a 5-watt, I think you call it MechPow, I think is the brand name of it. Thank you, Flossie, for the wow. Now what I might do is take a break on this and go see Dan's Homestead. Apparently he just went live. Carrie, I'm trying. I don't know about talented yet. I think I'm just lucky. What do y'all think? Y'all want to go see Dan? Dan's Homestead's a hell of a channel, and he's absolutely he's somebody I would recommend for you. You know what I'm gonna do? Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call this right here for the moment. Let my hands stop cramping up. We'll go see Dan. What do you think? I'm freaking knotting up pretty good. Oh. Grandpa Amu. I love Grandpa Amu. Yeah, let's go check him out. See what's going on, man. Can somebody put Dan's Homestead's link in the chat so Mike can go over there with us? I hope you do, Mike. I really do. I mean, we got more than enough mics, but I hope you'll come join us. I'll definitely go check him out, Flossie. I will. Yep, I'm gonna button it up. Hi guys. Mike, I figured I'd let you put a face to the name. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, all that other jazz. If you want to be a member, all of that other stuff, you already know how that goes. And I'll see you guys over with Mike and Jacob at Dan's Homestead. See you guys over there.